We'll begin in just half a minute.
Okay.
Okay, let's begin with 3 ohms as usual. Take a deep breath in. Our usual disclaimer. When you attend this session, you understand you're responsible for your own well-being. Therefore, please exercise caution in whatever you're doing. Life in Yoga and I don't take any responsibility for the outcome of your participation here. So when you exercise caution, the rule of yoga is there can be no strain in whatever you do. A good way to make sure that there is no strain is to watch your breath and always make sure it is slow and smooth. So with that as the guidance, we can begin with our chakra vibration. Bring your awareness to the perineum. And as we squeeze at the perineum, we do the mantra LUM. Take a deep breath in and we press on the little finger with the thumb. Let's take a deep breath in. LUM. I neglected to mention that when all of us think of everyone over here as within us, then in which case we develop a group consciousness that helps each one of us to cleanse our nadis faster. So again, visualize everybody who is over here attending inside you. Take a deep breath in. Lum. 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 Release the fingers. Continue. Lum. 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 Last time. Bring the awareness an inch or so above the perineum, behind the pubic area. As we draw in there, we do VUM, pressing on the ring finger of the thumb. Take a deep breath in. VUM. Release the fingers. Continue. Bring the awareness behind the navel in the middle of the body. As we press in the middle finger, we do Ram. Take a deep breath in. Ram. Ram.
Ram.
Ram.
Ram.
Ram.
Ram.
Ram.
Ram.
Ram.
Ram.
Release the fingers. Continue.
Ram.
Ram. Ram. Ram.
Ram.
Ram.
Ram.
Ram.
Ram.
Last time.
Ram.
Ram. One more time.
Ram.
Ram. Bring your awareness to the middle of the chest, in between the breasts, and here we do Yam, pressing the middle finger with the thumb. Yam. Yum.
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 Yum. Yum.
Yum. Yum. Yum. Yum.
Yum.
Yum. Yum. Release the fingers. Continue. Yum. 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 Last time.
Yum.
Yum. Bring the awareness to the throat, and here we do hum. Thumbs up, loose fist. Hum. 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 Release the hands and continue. Now bring the awareness to the middle of the head. We do chum, thumbs up, loose fist. Chum. Chum. Release the hand, continue. Last time. Top of the middle of the head, we do Om, thumbs up, loose fist. Om. Om. release the hand, continue. Last time. Keep the eyes closed, and those of you who know the Ujjayi Pranayama, you can begin. If the palms are tight, if the wrists are tight or painful, stretch out the hands and lift up the palms perpendicular to the forearm. It's a good idea to keep it restful, either on your thighs or on an armrest or somewhere where you don't have to have the effort of keeping it up, and continue the Ujjayi. Those of you who need instructions in doing the Ujjayi, bring the awareness to the lowermost part of the mouth and feel a sucking sensation there as you inhale, and the same reverse sucking sensation as you exhale. And how do you make that happen? There are a number of indicators. The first thing is, if you cannot feel the stretch and make the place like a straw to have the sucking sensation, then in which case, all you can do is make a big smile with the cheeks coming out, and you'll find a slight stretch in the bottommost part of the mouth. And as you inhale, you can keep your finger at the glottis area, which is at the bottommost part of the neck that connects into the shoulder area, the little depression there. If you put your finger there, and if you have the sucking sensation, you'll feel like it is getting drawn in when you do the sucking breath. So you can also test for yourself. But again, this has to be done without any strain whatsoever. So please continue. A reminder for all of you that at the end of the session at 7 o'clock, 7 to 7:30, we have discussion time. And if there are new people who want to clarify any of the practices we do, that's a good time for you to ask the questions. As you continue the Ujjayi, we can go on to the shoulder rotations. As you inhale, lift up the shoulders. And as you exhale, rotate it back and slowly bring it down. Last shoulder rotation. Hands at the chest. And as we inhale in Ujjayi, stretch up the hands and look up. And exhale, bring the hands by the side and slowly bring it down. And continue. Last inhalation and last exhalation in this motion. And we continue the Ujjayi, making a fist of the hand, bending at the wrist, keeping it into the chest, chin down. And as we inhale, open out the palms perpendicular to the forearm and stretch out as you look up slightly. And as you exhale in Ujjayi, make the fist again, bend at the wrist and bring the fist into the chest as the chin comes down. Continue. Last inhalation and last exhalation in this motion. Now today we'll do stretching out the hands, and as you inhale, lift up the palms, stretch out the fingers, and as you exhale, thumb into the palms and a downward facing fist. And the same thing we can do as we inhale. As we inhale, push your toes towards you, pushing out the heel. Push out the heel and curl up the toes towards you. Exhale, point the toes away from you as you make the fist. And so you can continue. Now we can go around the wrist and the ankles at the same time. Inhale, half a circle. Exhale, complete the circle. All in Ujjayi. Last inhalation, last exhalation. Let's go reverse. Last inhalation and last exhalation. Now we can go around the wrist, make the fist and bring it under the chin, elbows by the side of the shoulders. Inhale, go around the wrist, open out the palms, and exhale, close the fist in again. Last inhalation and last exhalation. Let's go reverse. Last inhalation and last exhalation. Interlock the fingers and bring it behind the head. And as you exhale, twist to one side. Inhale, come back. Exhale, twist the other way. Inhale, come back. And continue. Last exhalation. Inhale, come back. Get hold of the elbows behind the head. And as you exhale, pull on one elbow. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, pull on the other elbow. Inhale, come back up. And continue. Last exhalation. Inhale, come back up. Bring your hands behind the back, get hold of the elbows. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, pull on one elbow and turn the other way. Inhale, come back. Exhale, pull the other way and continue. Last exhalation. Inhale, come back. Now, bring your hands to your hips behind you. And as you inhale, push on one hand and make a backward arch. And exhale, come forward. Inhale, push on the other hand and make a backward arch. Exhale, come forward. Continue. Last inhalation and last exhalation. Now, we can go on to our spinal twist to the right, left, and back. We do ah, chin down. We do the humming sound ma. Now, anybody who has joined in late who wants to join the panelist from the attendee, I have just sent in the invitation if you want to come into the attendee. Okay. So now, all of you know the twist. Those of you who want to do it mildly, keep your hand behind your back at just below the last rib. And those of you who don't worry, you can do a little more. You can do it freehand, no problem. Take a deep breath in as you exhale to the right. To the left. To the back. Chin to the chest. Second round to the right. To the left. To the back. Chin to the chest. Third round, we will do twice in each direction to the right. Second time. To the left. To the back. Chin to the chest. Second time. Now we cross one leg over the opposite thigh, get hold of the knee on the top, and as we exhale, we pull it towards the opposite shoulder as we turn the head the other way. We will do this 3 to 5 times. As we pull this, we do lum, squeezing at the perineum. Take a deep breath in. One last time. We cross the leg the other way. And now, one last time. Now bring the awareness to the top of the head. And there we do Ah or Om 3 times, whichever makes it feel better for you. Now we can stand up, and those of you who don't have good balance, you can remain seated. And those of you who are standing, keep the feet shoulder width apart or slightly wider so that you can have good balance. and keep the inside of the feet parallel to each other. Now get hold of the elbows behind the back. Take a deep breath in. Pull back the shoulders, lift up the chin as you inhale, and make the backward arch and stay there. Inhale and exhale into the stretch you feel in the back, right from the tailbone to the back of the neck. And you can feel the stretch right from the feet to the head. Shift the weight to the left leg and make the backward arch slightly leaning to the left. With the next breath, shift the weight to the right leg and make the backward arch slightly leaning to the right. Come back to the middle. Take another deep breath and make the backward arch as much as you can. And as you exhale, slowly come up. With each exhalation now, bend from the hips, keeping the chin up and shoulder pulled back. Inhale and exhale into the stretch you feel from the hips all the way down to the feet. As you exhale, last time, release the hands and bring it down towards the feet. If it doesn't touch the floor, hold the legs wherever you can without bending the knees. If it touches the floor, you can keep your hands on the floor. Continue to inhale and exhale in slow, deep breath and observe the stretch you feel in the hips and the lower parts of the body. Now take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, twist to the left. Then with another deep breath in as you exhale, twist to the right. Take another deep breath in, and as you exhale, come to the middle.
Take another deep breath in. Hold your ankles or the legs wherever you can reach, and as you exhale, drop your head and try to bring it closer towards the knees. If possible, between the knees. Take a deep breath in and slowly come up. Now bring the hands to the hips, and those of you who are seated, if you can stand up holding something for support, we can go around the hips. Inhale half a circle and exhale, complete the circle. And continue shifting the weight from one leg to the other. When you go around, keep it in sync with your breath, as slow as possible. Deep, slow breathing. Last inhalation and last exhalation. Let's go reverse. Last inhalation and last exhalation. Now, take your seat and we will do the alternate nostril breathing for at least 6 breaths. Begin inhalation from the left nostril. As you complete the last exhalation through the left nostril, we can get ready for the Bhastrika Pranayama. Take a deep breath in and extend out your fingers. Then we begin with exhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2, inhale. Exhale. 3. Exhale. 4. Exhale. 5. Exhale.
6, exit. 7, exit. 8, exit. 9, exit. 10, exit. 11, exit. 12, exit. 30, exit. 40, exit. 50, exit. 60, exit. 70, exit. 80, exit. 90, exit. 20, exit. Ujjayi Kumbhaka followed by Brahmari. Now let's get ready for the Brahmari. Second round. Let's get ready. Exit. Inhale. Exit. 2, exit. 3, exit. 4, exit. 5, exit. 6, exit. 7, exit. 8, exit. 9, exit. 10, exit. 11, exit. 12, exit. 13, exit. 14, exit. 15, exit. 16, exit. 17, exit. 18, exit. 19, exit. 20, exit. Ujjayi Kumbhaka followed by Brahmari. Now for the last round of Bhastrika, get ready. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2. Exhale. 3. Exhale. 4. Exhale. 5. Exhale. 6. Exhale. 7. Exhale. 8. Exhale. 9. Exhale. 10. Exhale. 11. Exhale. 12. Exhale. 30. Exhale. 40. Exhale. 50. Exhale. 60. Exhale. 70. Exhale. 80. Exhale. 90. Exhale. 20. Exhale. Ujjayi Kumbhaka followed by Bhramari. Now we get ready for meditation. Mentally tell yourself, I give up all ideas and concepts and I care about nothing. I let go of everything. I let go of everything. I let go of everything. As you let go of everything, feel a lightness come in your shoulders or the whole body. And if you have a preferred method of meditation, you can do that. Otherwise, bring your awareness to the lower part of the sternum and feel a rising vibration going from there through the body and out of the top of the head. And you visualize that movement of the vibration as 3 syllables. Aim Em Om, Aim Em Om, Aim Em Om. So as you do that, we will have Om playing in the background. Mentally affirm to yourself, I'm not this body, I'm not this mind. I am the eternal spirit which has entered this body to fulfill the purpose and intent of the spirit through this body. Become aware of a downflow from far above into the body. Become aware of the senses from the top of the head all the way down to the bottom of the feet. The senses given to us to fulfill the purpose for which we are born. Observe the senses within, from the top of the head to the bottom of the feet. And whenever you are ready to open your eyes, raise the palm of your hands and look straight into the palm of your hands when you open your eyes. With that, we complete the practice session. And before we go on to opening questions, I'd like to do the following order. First, I just want to make sure our resources are all available to everyone and they know how to make use of it. So first thing, I would like to take you to the Life in Yoga website. If you go into lifeinyoga.org, you see right on the top all the different areas. The most important areas for you are the services and the events. If you go under the events, you have events, courses, retreats, and seminars. If you click on either one of them, you will see what are the items that come. Events means it'll open up, oh, the retreat coming up in Florida opened up. Now, if you go under courses, the upcoming courses you will see over there. If you go under retreats, the retreats will again come up, okay? And if you go under seminars, the CYI monthly seminar will come up. Under the services you have therapy, classes, training, and studio network. If you hit therapy, then you will get our measured yoga therapy, how we do and all of that. If you go under classes, this daily yoga class is right over there. And then if you go under training, we do the measured yoga therapy training that begins end of this month every year. So that will be there. The studio network is something different. You can go and see what it is if you want to. Then you have the resources where you have videos, galleries, and document. In the videos, you have recordings of a lot of the things that we do, and there are also testimonials and all of that. As you go down, you have recording of the daily online yoga, practice for spinal rejuvenation, and respiratory spinal mantra, and many more. And each one of these, you have Yoga Sutra discussions, recordings. Then as you go down, you will also see for spinal alignment, Kapalbhati, Pranakriya, spinal alignment, alternative Anulom Vilom Pranayama, how to do Ujjayi Pranayama, Bhasika Pranayama, all of these as a resource you have over there for you to go and look, walking meditation, etc. Then the gallery is nothing but all the pictures people have taken and posted in various events we have had, and the documents relate to what is in there. Okay, there is the seminar. I don't know, we should put the bylaws and things over there. And then there is the testimonial page where you have the videos and various other testimonials people have written. So these are all the things that you can do. About Us has the history, the team and gallery and all of that. They need a little bit of update. And home, of course, you go right back in there.
So all of you should feel comfortable with the stool that we have, and that is the reason I mentioned. Now, the second thing is we have a lot of practices that we do on a regular basis and once in a while and things like that. On a daily basis, we don't have the opportunity to ask questions. And because we do it quickly, if we start discussing, it takes too long, we never finish the practice. And the practice is the important element whereby you're able to integrate the health of the body, mind, and spirit. So if there are any questions from anyone related to the practices or anything, I would like to take that question first. And after that, in the chat box, we have a philosophical question over here, which I would like to take next. And last of all, we will go to the any other open questions over here. So is there any practice related questions from anyone? Please feel free to unmute and ask the question.
Namaskar,
All of you should be, yes.
Rajan, if we
Yeah.
do the chakra vibration,
Yeah.
so we concentrate at the point, and should we think that some light is going up and down, or it's vibrating or something like that, or just concentrate on the point?
See, focusing on the point is enough. And if you focus on the point and do, on your own, you should feel the vibration rising upward. You don't have to visualize a light or anything, but if you visualize, there is nothing wrong. But if you feel, you should be able to feel the vibration move upward. So that is all there is to it.
Vibration moving up, right?
Yeah, going vibration moving upward. That is right.
Thank you.
Namaskar, Dr. Rajan.
Yes.
I have a question about the Ujjayi Pranam.
Yeah.
And I know we do a lot of it, and along with that, we move a lot of parts of the body. It's something to do with the nervous system. I thought you said that once, that it stimulates. Does it stimulate the peripheral nerves more, or is it the central nervous? Because would it be helpful in peripheral neuropathy for patients? More Ujjayi? So that's my question.
Okay. See, the thing is basically, I see that you're asking purely from a physiological perspective. But the thing is basically, there is both a physiological and spiritual dimension to the Ujjayi Pranayama. The physiological dimension essentially is, it has been suggested that we stimulate the vagus nerve and the glossopharyngeal nerve. And this has been done in the effect of Ujjayi, and the stimulation of the vagus nerve is, and what we have found from the effect of Ujjayi is that Ujjayi is fairly effective in a high proportion of people who have snoring and sleep apnea related problem. It does provide relief. Okay. So now what we know from a physiological side is that the glossopharyngeal nerve works as the efferent nerve in the throat area, whereas the vagus nerve works as the afferent nerve in the throat area. So what happens is, how does the snoring or the sleep apnea get relief? It gets relief when there is we say that sleep apnea and snoring happens because the pharyngeal area muscles are unable to hold, they relax too much and they collapse. So, of course, there are other issues for snoring related to nasal related problem, which is different. But so when that happens, when they collapse, how do you get over it? You get over it by increasing nerve stimulation that allows for more blood flow to go in that area, so that slowly you recover out of the snoring and the sleep apnea, right? So the thing is, whereas, so now that is only one part of the Ujjayi. Now the vagus nerve, as you know, goes all the way down, the longest cranial nerve, longest nerve in the body, right? So it is going down into the thoracic region and even further down to the abdominal region, impacting the cardiorespiratory system as well as the digestive system, right?
Right. Mhm.
So what happens is there it is primarily efferent in nature.
Mhm.
And so being primarily efferent in nature, what has been found is we know that when there is any inflammation in the body, the way in which inflammation is cured is by more blood flow going in that area with vasodilation, right?
Uh-huh. Mhm.
So the thing is basically, if there is more blood flow to go into that area and the signals that come from there, in the physiological studies that have been done, they have found that the anti-inflammatory factors of the the neurotransmitters that are anti-inflammatory, they are all basically stimulated by the Ujjayi pranayama, right?
Okay.
So it has an anti-inflammatory effect in a much larger part of the body beyond the throat and higher areas, into all other parts of the body as well. Okay, so from a physiological perspective, this describes the effect of how the Ujjayi works in the body. From an application perspective, it could be for sleep apnea, for snoring, it can be for poor digestive function, it could be for asthmatic related problem, it could be related to even plantar fasciitis in the feet.
Okay.
So with respect to the anti-inflammatory aspect of it. Now, so when you ask the question about the peripheral nervous system or the central nervous system,
Right.
all know that until the central nervous system is capable to connect with every part of the body through the peripheral nerves that come out of the central nervous system, and the 12 cranial nerves that come directly out from the brain, right?
Right.
That the part is the central nervous system and the peripheral nervous system work together in the overall nerve function. Whereas the primary stimulation point of the glossopharyngeal nerve and the vagus nerve starts from the cranial nerve, because there is a two-way conversation that is happening with regard to the nerve efferent aspect of the lower vagus nerve sending messages to the brain. The response obviously comes through for other parts of the body through the central nervous system and the peripheral nervous system that come out of the spine, right? So the thing is basically both are involved in the reaction process. The stimulation process is through the peripheral nervous system, specifically the two nerves that I mentioned, right? So, but the stimulation, the overall impact is through the entire nervous system. So that involves both the peripheral and the central nervous system. And this, of course, is a more physiological explanation. However, when we get into the spiritual explanation, the way in which the traditional literature, that is the Hatha Yoga Pradipika Gyananda Samhita mention, is when the Ujjayi pranayama is done, you should, as you inhale, you should feel a rising, the rise of the breath visualized from the lower part of the sternum going upward. And as you exhale, it is coming down all over. So the thing is basically, the spiritual understanding is we talk about the spiritual heart at the bottom, lower part of the sternum, in the front part of the body. So what we say is that is where the soul connection into our cosmic spirit and the intent for which we are born, that connection beyond the body resides over there, our cosmic transmitter. So what happened is, we would interpret the spiritual message as that as we inhale, along with the inhalation and energy, we are picking up the intent of the cosmic spirit, and as it goes into the head, the breath is really becoming the oxygen part of the energy that is controlled by the brain. And as we exhale, it distributes that energy to all the parts of the body which need to function in order to fulfill the intent of the cosmic spirit. So that is the spiritual dimension of how you would visualize it, Jay.
Thank you. Thank you very much. That helps.
Okay.
What you're saying, Rajan, is you are actually stimulating the Atma Chakra, the main.
That's right. I didn't use the word Atma Chakra because others, I said it in a more generic way, but Sundaraji knows what we speak about with this thing. Yes. So next, any practice-related questions, how to do it or this thing before we go into the philosophical? I see some hands up. Yes, Neetaji, go ahead.
Yeah, regarding this, you were telling about snoring and not breathing properly. How do we know that we are breathing from stomach, we are using stomach muscle or we are using chest muscle? How do we know?
See, if you ask 100 people, how do you know about your breath? Pretty much nobody ever focuses on their breath except when they're doing their pranayama practice, right? It just
okay.
right? So what happens is when people get, stressed, then in which case stress makes them breathe in a way that is not optimal, right? So under those circumstances, when people get into suboptimal kind of breathing from the upper chest and things like that, what we do is when we do this yoga practice, when we do Ujjayi Pranayam, when we do relaxation within with our spinal alignment, and we do Bhasrika Pranayam and meditation. In Bhasrika, of course, we always say focus on breathing with ease, but then people, because of the movement and how we do, you start breathing with all the areas of your lungs, right? Over a period of time. So as you get into that practice and as you stay in a relaxed nature, automatically it fits in. That is why yoga is about experiencing it rather than doing it. And so the key part is you don't have to worry about whether you're breathing from the lower part of the lung or upper part of the lung. Just keep doing your yoga practice and make it as part of your system and let it adapt and do what is right for you.
I just found out that people can use stomach muscle instead all upper chest muscle. That I just found out. I didn't know anything.
Well, that's what we do with Kapalbhati, right?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So this simulation, right?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay. Yes, Abha Kannaji, go ahead. You can unmute.
Namaste.
Namaste.
My question is that you told that when you do the different sounds, the chakra sounds, and you press with your thumb below, can you which part exactly do you need?
I'm going to say some things over here which may conflict with other yoga schools. Okay, so if you have gone to other yoga places and you have heard, you'll ask me the question, why are you saying this? So I'm kind of saying it ahead of time. What I'm going to say is going to be slightly different from many things that are being said. You see, the 5 fingers represent the 5 elements. And the 5 elements start from the little finger: earth, water, fire, air, and space. And the space is our communication beyond the physical body. So when we do the chakra vibration, each of the chakras are related to each one of the elements. At least the lower 5 chakras are related to the 5 elements. The Mooladhara is related to the earth element, so we press the little finger. The Swadhisthana, the ring finger, related to the air element. The Manipura, the fire element, related to the navel chakra, and the Anahata chakra, the air element, and the Vishuddhi chakra, the space element, thumb up. Now what happens is, the Ajna chakra is supposed to be the master controller of the lower 5 chakras. So it is, since it's all about cosmic communication, we do there, and Om is of course opening out and letting go. So those are the mudras we use with them. Was the answer complete, Abhaji?
Hello.
Yes, and I
हाँ
know
बोलो
in the beginning you explained how to
हाँ
do
नहीं
the,
बिल्ला ने फोन
Sorry, go ahead.
yeah, in the beginning you had explained that how to do that first the pranayam which opens
With
up
the
in,
with
yeah.
the thought focused in the sucking sensation, right?
Can you show it again?
Yes, it is the Ujjayi pranayam. Okay, so in the Ujjayi pranayam, when we do it, we get, you see, the Ujjayi pranayam is supposed to do with a slight sucking. Okay, so when you do it with a slight sucking, but the sucking really happens by stretching the vocal cords. So if you're drinking through a straw, you can feel the sucking. Now I'm doing it in a strained way. When you do it in a relaxed way, you won't make too much of a sound. It may be, if you're congested, you may feel a sound, but you'll still feel the sucking sensation. Now, how do you know that you're doing it right? Okay. There are external and, what we call internal ways of knowing it. In the external way, the glottis area over here, if you do the sucking properly, the glottis area will sink. You'll feel like the glottis area is getting sucked all the way in. Sundaraji, you could see that, right? Yeah. So that is the check over here from an external perspective, whether the Ujjayi is being done right. But the internal perspective of the Ujjayi is even different. So the sucking is happening here. You see the impact here externally. As you do the sucking here, what happens is internally the signals are going to the brain. Remember, it is the glossopharyngeal nerve and the vagus nerve that are being stimulated. So the signal is going to the brain. So when I am watching everybody over here when they are doing it, I'm looking to see whether their brain is getting stimulated or not. Okay? So I don't need to see whether this is happening. I can look and sense whether your brain is getting stimulated or not. So that is how we do it. So he said the best way for you to practice and do is close your eyes, bring your awareness right to the throat. If you have difficulty feeling like a straw and sucking sensation, the best way to feel the stretch over there is focus over here and make a big smile with the cheeks coming out. The moment the cheeks come out like this, you'll find a slight stretch there. Can you feel it, Abhaji?
Yes.
Yeah. So you feel the stretch there, and keeping the focus on the stretch, inhale and exhale, focusing there with a slight sucking sensation. So you will see how it's going slowly. Exhale. I'll come closer to the microphone so you can hear the air moving. Exhale.
Yeah.
Inhale.
I can hear it. Thanks.
So you feel that it's like a restricted breath, but you're able to do the restricted breath without strain. That is the key. In yoga, you cannot strain any time, right?
Thank you.
You're welcome. So Ram Verma ji, you have had your hand up. Please go ahead. Abhaji, you have another question? No, you're okay. Okay. Yeah.
Actually, when I go to sleep, I'm having very clear nose or respiration. But around 2 or 3 o'clock, once I get up, and then I go to sleep, that time I find my nose getting clogged. How to get over that?
You see, what happens is a lot of people have the issue related to environmental reactions. So, for instance, dust, or sometimes during winter months, once heating is kicked up, the dryness, all of these can interact. And of course, because during the daytime you're moving and things like that, it may stay a little clear. So when you go to sleep, you're okay. But what is happening is when you're sleeping and your reactions, things are happening, and there is not the active energy to move it out going on, that accumulation can occur. One of the Ayurvedic techniques that is used to overcome that, at least to some degree, is they call it as nasya. So nasya means you lubricate the nostrils before you go to sleep. And typically in an Ayurvedic sense, they recommend different kinds of oils for different people, but commonly ghee is recommended for everyone. So what you do is you take a drop of ghee and put it into each nostril, and just inhale in, and it will lubricate the entire area, and generally it will keep the area moist, and as a result it usually keeps the nose clear.
Yeah, actually, I start breathing through mouth, and mouth becomes dry.
Oh, okay.
Then I get up and drink some water,
Yeah.
just to wet it.
Now, do you sleep by yourself, or is your wife of somebody else in the room?
No. I'm myself.
Yourself. Okay. Since you mentioned this, you're likely a snorer. Okay, you probably have snoring when you're sleeping. And of course, unless you have somebody else in the room, you won't know it.
Wife has never complained regarding snoring.
Yeah, but the thing is, you're telling me your mouth goes dry, you keep your mouth open. That
Yes.
typically happens for people who have a tendency to snore.
I
Right?
see.
So the thing is, basically, do Ujjayi Pranayama for about 15 minutes before going to sleep. And that may also be of little help for you.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, so now for the philosophical question that is sitting over here. I don't know whether Saraswati Ram is still here. Oh, she's here. Very good. So the philosophical question that came in was, how can I be sure that my purpose in life is for a good karma, as I say to myself that I shall be guided to fulfill the purpose of my life? Okay. From a yoga perspective, we don't care whether it is good or bad karma. Any karma is considered something that will propagate, rebirth, and make you do things and more situations created. So from our perspective, good or bad karma doesn't matter, but whatever we need to experience and how we engage with it is all that matters. So what happens is, whatever experiences come, we accept it in stride, and we engage with it in the best way possible that is true to our soul with minimal reactivity. So in other words, the two guiding principles are, one is being aware within, so that your inner guidance tells you how to engage in a situation that is true to your soul. And the second aspect of it is not to react. Keep your reaction minimal, so that you don't ingest something and create a new memory in there that becomes new karma. Saraswati, Does that make sense? And I'm going to your second question, and then you can ask a follow-up question if you want.
Sure.
Will the soul leave the body immediately after fulfilling the purpose in life? If the soul leaves the body immediately after fulfilling the purpose in life, it is generally a good idea so that you don't waste your time around with your sensory organs and creating more new karmas, right? So because you see, as long as you're in the body, there is always a potential that your mind comes in the way and you start reacting to things and you create new karmas. But will the soul leave the body immediately after fulfilling the purpose in life? Well, generally, yes, as long as you don't have any more hankerings in your mind. But if people have a hankering in the mind, they can have a slower and a more difficult passing. In what way? They can have illnesses and things that will prolong life and things like that. So, Saraswati, please go ahead. Any follow-up question, or did I answer your questions completely?
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Rajan.
Okay, thank you. Now, Satyapalji has a question over there that he has written in. You may have already provided guidance for this situation. What should I do for hypothyroidism? See, what happens is, anything that I suggest to do is only a suggestion. It is not a guarantee it will work, because an individual, not a specific body part. We are integrating the body is working with so many different organ parts, and everything is talking to each other internally, right? So what happens is, typically we know for a high percentage of people, some practice works for some condition, and but there can always be some proportion of people for whom, for the same condition, that same practice may not work. So with that as a qualification, just like I said, for a high percentage of people, Ujjayi works for snoring and sleep apnea and things like that. Similarly, for hypothyroidism, there are the practices which seem to have helpful effect is, one is Ujjayi pranayama, but more importantly, this Ujjayi kumbhaka that we do is supposed to be more powerful, but we only do it once after each bhastrika, whereas if a person is doing it specifically for hypothyroidism, it is recommended that they do 10 to 20 times they continuously the Ujjayi kumbhaka. Now, from a Hatha Yoga perspective, people who do asanas, regular asanas, they say that the Sarvangasana followed by the Matsyasana, and each of them held for a period of 3 to 5 minutes, has a positive. Actually, the Matsyasana is supposed to be held for 2/3 of the time of the Sarvangasana. So Sarvangasana for 5 minutes and Matsyasana for 3 minutes is also something that is suggested. Okay, but again, all of these techniques, there is no guarantee any one of them will work for anyone. But that is the reason we do measured yoga therapy, where we test to see whether the particular practice is being effective for you. Okay, Satyapalji, any other questions, anyone?
Dr. Rajan, very quick question.
Yes.
Do you give private tuition, do you teach private yoga one-to-one?
Actually, Neetaji, I really don't have time anymore for anything. And in fact, what it is what I don't even do anymore is, I never see anybody for therapy anymore. What happens is, when therapy is being done, people who have trained by us, they are doing the therapy and I remotely connect by Zoom. So I'm watching the process and I'm giving guidance. Okay?
My niece called me and
Yeah.
I was telling a lot of good things about you. So she said, can he give me one-to-one from Canada? Okay. So
See, as I told you, I really don't have time at all. And, it'll be a good idea to talk to your niece, Avni, and let Avni figure it out. She is very good in running a business. So she will probably
She's
make
very
time for me and have a very big charge for your whoever asked for it.
I don't have chance to talk to her because she's very, very busy. So I see you more than her.
Yeah. So my time is really so jam-packed. I always live with a backlog. There are so many things that are waiting undone for me. I really don't have the time.
Okay, all right.
Okay? Thank you. Okay, namaste everyone. See you all
Namaste.
tomorrow.
Thank you very much.
Namaste.